story there, and all the best to her as she continues with her education. Now, police in Muranga have discovered a counterfeit alcohol manufacturing plant in Kandara constituency. Police officers pounced on the facility after receiving a tip-off from the residents and managed to recover hundreds of counterfeit alcohol brands. Let's take a look.
Concealed within a gated community, the counterfeit alcohol plant is located in one of the homes in Goldview Estate in Kandara constituency. A raid on the counterfeit plant by the police revealed that the plant has been producing counterfeit liquor with labels of popular brews in the market. According to Muranga County Commissioner Kula Hache, the counterfeit facilities products also bear fake KRA stamps and could have helped those behind the cartel evade paying taxes.
Lakini vile tumeona hapa, mali inatengenezewa, hatuamini ni pombe halali. Na hatuamini hizo KRA stamp ni genuine, hatuamini hizo vitu wanatuonesha wote ni genuine. Hata Kenya Power tumewaita kwa sababu tumesoma mita tukaona ni zero, stima inawaka, kila kitu inafanyika.
Muranga County Administration Police Commander Josephat Kinywa commended the security team for the successful raid, noting that the products from the plant pose a serious hazard to public health.
It is a healthy asset to our people within nationwide. We can call it nationwide because this product is being distributed nationwide.
According to the officers managed to arrest several people who are now helping the police in their investigations. The suspects are being held at Kirwara police station. The owner of the premises is said to have escaped the police dragnet. Benjamin Muriuki, Citizen at 1.
Now let's reset. The Law Society of Kenya annual elections are currently underway, with lawyers casting their ballot in 25 polling stations countrywide. Lawyers are expected to elect council members to serve in the 2014-2016 term and representatives to the influential Judicial Service Commission. And we're now joined by Esther Kahumbi, who is at the Supreme Court premises where these elections are underway. Esther, how's it going so far?
Well, good afternoon, Raburu. We're coming to you live from the Supreme Court, where the IEBC is conducting elections for the Law Society of Kenya. We've seen lawyers coming in. They're supposed to elect who is going to represent them for the chair position. They're also looking to elect who is going to represent them at the Judicial Service Commission after Ahmed Nasir's term expired on December 31st. They're also electing the vice chair for the LSK. They're also electing 7 council members and a disciplinary tribunal member. We've seen lawyers, like I said, coming in from morning. Those who are vying for the chair position is Charles Kanjama, there's Ambrose Weda, and there's Eric Mutua, who is defending his seat. Now, we did speak to them when they came here earlier on to vote, and of course all of them expressing optimism that they would emerge winners after the vote has been tallying. Let's just listen in to what Charles Kanjama and Eric Mutua had to say.
So that is something which can be is commendable on our part of the IEBC. And I think lawyers are enthusiastic. They are very happy that they really want to elect their representatives both at the Judicial Service Commission and at the Council of the Law Society of Kenya.
How do you think the chances are in these elections?
Well, of course, every candidate will tell you that their chances are high, but I can say that from what I've been told, if I'm not being cheated, that I'm likely to come up with about 60% of the votes. Yeah. Thank you.
The process has started very well, and we want to commend the IEBC for conducting this electoral process. We hope that it will end well, that the election results will be prepared quickly and distributed to members. And I also want to thank the members for showing their interest in these elections. They've come out so far in large numbers, and I hope that continues throughout the day. So I'm very delighted with the electoral process. And as Democrats, we say win or lose, democracy wins and the society wins. Do you think it will be successful? I don't think this is
about 6,500 members, and all of them are expected to be voting. This is just one of 10 streams here in Nairobi County. The rest are in other counties across the country. At the other position they are also expected to be voting for is that of the JSC representative. It's a key position, and LSK has been keen to have its voice heard. And those who are vying for this position is Kaburu Ndegwa, there's Tom Ojenda, there's Okongo Omogeni, and then of course Ahmed Nasir. All of them have been chair of LSK at one point in time, and they want to replace Ahmed Nasir representing LSK in the JSC Judicial Service Commission. Now whoever emerges winner in this election for JSC, that is, they will hold a term of 5 years. So it's a longer term than what we had previously. It's been hotly contested. They've been going around the country conducting campaigns in different counties with different bodies of lawyers across the country. For Ahmed Nasir, he had come here earlier on to vote, but he was stopped for a while because he didn't have his national ID card, neither did he LSK membership card. All he had was a passport, was his passport, which they stopped him from voting for a while. But after that, after clarification, they did let him vote, and he's also expressing optimism, saying that he's the best man suited for the job. He says the others are just job seekers who are out to replace him just because they need the job. So of course we will be waiting to see who emerges winner. The votes will be tallied at their headquarters, and of course we will be there to have a look at what will be transpiring. To you, Raburu.
I thank you so much. That is Jessica Humbi. She is at the Supreme Court, where the Law Society of Kenya elections are underway, not just there, but as she has told us, across the country. Tell you what, if you want to continue to receive some of these updates, why don't you go to @Citizen TV News and Citizen TV News on Facebook as well, and keep up to date. Let's move on to other stories, and several people, among them 2 prison warders, sustained serious injuries today as convicts at the Kamiti maximum prison rioted in protest of an operation mounted in search of contraband goods. The fracas forced warders to fire warning shots to scare the inmates. According to the prison's Deputy Commissioner Rose Muturi, the prisoners did not want to surrender the contraband goods and resisted by attacking the officers with their waist and tried to escape by scaling the walls, which prompted the warders to use force. Commissioner General of Prisons Isaiah Osugo ordered the closure of the main canteen at the prison after it emerged that it is used to smuggle in contraband goods. He noted that some prisoners have been colluding with warders to own and use mobile phones to extort money from unsuspecting Kenyans. The operation that started on Saturday led to the recovery of 2,200 SIM cards.
I think we are stepping up our security measures to make sure that we deal with this challenge in technology, where we have either prisoners smuggling in mobile phones and other prohibited articles. We need to step up our gadgets in terms of making sure that we detect these articles. So we have reinforced Kamiti main prison staff to make sure that we rid our Kamiti main of any prohibited article that the prisoners are trying to hide.
Right, and in West Pokot, the county residents are now blaming the government for what they allege has been its slow response to the drought situation in the area and other parts of the country. And leaders in Igembe North in Meru County have urged the government to put in place adequate measures to provide relief food to locals who have been hard hit by drought in the area. Lisa Nyango now reports.
As famine continues to take its toll and affect millions of Kenyans this dry season, the government has been blamed for its slow response to hunger in West Pokot County, as thousands of residents continue to face starvation in the arid region. The residents say they have not received any relief food, despite frequent calls to the government to offer humanitarian aid.
Kweli tumesauliwa sana na serikali kwa sababu kweli hatuna maji bandi, hakuna maji yenye tuna karibu. Tena njaa iko mingi bandi ni ukame. Ukiangalia area hii hakuna mahindi vile imeiva. Jana tulilima hata mbegu yenyewe ilikuwa mbaya.
Some of the worst hit areas include Pokot North District, Pokot Central and some parts of Kapenguria constituency, where thousands face acute shortage of food due to prolonged drought being experienced in the area.
Hakuiva na tunataka serikali atusaidie na maji pia.
The shortage is attributed to lack of rainfall and poor seeds that were planted during the planting season, which failed to yield food crops last year as expected. Leaders from West Pokot County, led by the Leader of Majority in the West Pokot County Assembly, Simon Kalekem, have asked the government through the Ministry of Devolution to urgently distribute relief food to the affected areas, adding children are the most affected as they cannot attend class. Elsewhere, drought continues to take its toll in some parts of Meru County too. Igembe North Member of Parliament Joseph Erwaki has requested both the county and national government to provide food aid in the area urgently. Addressing his constituents when he toured various schools, the legislator called on leaders whose constituents have died of hunger to step down, adding it's inappropriate and a shame for Kenyans to die of starvation 50 years after independence.
Jukumu la viongozi ni gani? Wakati tunaongea mambo ya serikali, tunajua sasa kuko na serikali ile national government na kuko na county government. Ile eneo watu wanakufa wanafika mpaka hali ya kufa. Viongozi wako wapi?
He advised the government to make better use of early warning systems and improved agricultural practices to help avert similar problems in the near future. Liz Anyango, Citizen at 1.
I thank you, Liz. The private sector is being challenged to invest in the processing and commercialization of traditional foods such as cassava and sweet potatoes as an alternative food other than maize. Now, speaking at a forum organized